Don't agonize, organize. The words of feminist Florence Kennedy and the very sentiment used by Speaker Pelosi to remind us that in our loneliest and darkest hours, we must not sit in our living rooms, on our couches, feeling upset and ready to give up on democracy. We are at a crossroads in our history. Will we do nothing while a president with no regard for the laws and constitution of our country continues with his crimes, or do we stand up and fight back? Our country was founded on the premise that all men are created equal, but that wasn't enough. We fought a war to extend the rights of freedom to black slaves. Courageous women like Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and Lucy Stone spoke up to protest for their rights in our democracy. Just 100 years ago, we finally acknowledged that they should have a say in the government which oversees them. Yet that still wasn't enough. Brave Americans like Rosa Parks, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and John Lewis were beaten as they marched and boycotted and even set to bring an end to segregation in the Jim Crow era. And yet that was not enough. 2016 was a turning point in the history of our country. A man who embodies everything we thought we had relegated to the dark recesses of our society became the leader of the free world. A man blissful in his ignorance. An ignorance which bans people from visiting our country because of their religion. An ignorance which refuses to call out white nationalists when they march with torches to intimidate and kill those who stand up for equality. An ignorance which uses laws and policies to target people who are finally able to live in an identity which they are true to themselves. A man with ignorance which seeks to build an archaic wall while keeping brown children who speak a different language locked up in cages for no crime beyond seeking a better life. An ignorance which views women as nothing more than objects to be exploited. An ignorance which brings them to throw paper towels at American citizens who are suffering in the aftermath of a major hurricane. This is not who we are. As Americans, we realized we had to fight back, and we did. In 2018, we showed hope, a hope which sent more women, more people who identify as LGBT, more people who embrace different faiths, and more black and brown people to Congress, our state legislature, and local governments than we've ever done before. Today marks a point in time where we must reaffirm our commitment to that hope. We are not done. We must commit ourselves to fight and to protect the people we elected to defend our beliefs in fairness, honesty, and equality. We must commit ourselves to talking with our neighbors and our friends to make sure that they vote in both August and November. We must commit ourselves to having the conversation that we are better than this. We must get into our neighborhoods and organize like we never have before. Organize based on commonality as Americans committed to fairness, honesty, and equality. We must organize in our communities of color and not only engage those voters, but identify community leaders and put them into positions to make change. Real change, which will help make a true difference in their lives and ensure that everybody has an opportunity to secure a better future for not only themselves, but their children as well. We must organize with women and continue to promote the pink wave, which we started right here in Orange County, and fight to ratify their equal protections into our Constitution. The fight is far from over. Yes, we've been let down by a Senate unwilling to do their constitutional job and putting politics above what's right. But we won't agonize. We will organize. Join us now and fight to save our democracy.